we have with us a Kansas State representative from the 114th District, Michael Murphy. How are you, sir?
I'm very good, Mark. How's it going for you today?
We're doing great. I read an article in the Topeka newspaper, so I want to go through this generally with you because this is a program. I'm a host who believes strongly in Convention of States. Now, you support Convention of States, correct?
I am a proponent of Article 5 to help fix our country, absolutely.
And you have a pretty significant majority in the House and the Senate there that supports it, correct?
Yes, we do. We've had it come up several years here, and it's always passed very well as far as the majority is concerned, but we've got a little problem here in Kansas with that.
Now, I looked at these numbers. They're enormous, the votes. It's like 2-1 in the Senate, 2-1 in the House, pretty much. Pretty close, right?
Not close, yep.
Now, the problem is, I won't get into the litigation because you're advised not to get into it. That's perfectly fine by me, but we can still explain the issue. The problem is what, then? Why can't you guys get this passed?
Well, back in the 70s, after Roe v. Wade, I don't know what their intention was, but they got a constitutional amendment passed that requires for any convention of states for proposing amendments would require a 2/3 vote of our House and our Senate. Mm-hmm. And we're the only state that has that restriction. And it's in our Constitution. And so we have been stymied by that.
So as I read the article, so that this part's public, the conflict here, or the issue that needs to be resolved is this different, though? Because you're talking about having a convention of states to have a meeting to discuss whether or not to amend the federal Constitution. You're not actually amending it through at this meeting, correct? Isn't that kind of the point?
That's a part of the issue is that we, like I said, it's just a gathering to throw out some ideas.
Mm-hmm. So what court is this in now? You're one of the plaintiffs. Honestly, it's federal, but I can't tell you exactly. No, I don't mean what judge. So it's in a federal district court, I assume. And
right.
And you're one of the plaintiffs, and you have a state senator, Republican, who's also one of the plaintiffs, correct?
That's correct.
According to this article. And that gentleman's name is Thompson?
Yes, Senator Mike Thompson.
Senator Mike Thompson. All right, so you're going to try and get this resolved. It says here, U.S. District Court in Topeka last month. Do you have any idea when they're going to start the process of deciding this case, or who knows?
Who knows? It was just filed, I think, on the 22nd of December.
Okay.
So, yeah, who knows? The wheels of litigation.
All right. And now, what town are you from?
I'm from a little town called Sylvia. It's less than 200 people, and I don't even live in town. We live out in the country.
Okay, so it's your family, basically. So you live in a rural part of Kansas, obviously.
Right. It's very rural. Of course, most of Kansas is rural. So my district actually covers pretty most of 3 counties.
As an aside, I discussed this with my wife. She agrees that one day when I retire, because I can't do all this forever, you know that, Mr. Representative. One day when I retire, I said, let us rent an RV, small one, and let's drive across the country and see these small towns. I'm desperate to go to and see these small towns. I'm desperate to go to these towns with little main streets and maybe a diner, a grocery store, something. And that's what we're going to do. Isn't that a good idea?
I think it's a great idea, and I'll one-up you on that. Actually, where we live, we actually have a bed and breakfast.
Oh, really?
And if you get in this part of the state, you holler at us, and we'll put you up.
Aren't you nice? But I really want to do that because, I've thought about it for probably 30, 40 years. I'm dating myself, but 30 or 40 years. I said,
well, Don't wait forever.
No, because forever ends, doesn't it?
It
listen,
does.
Yeah. Well, you're a delight. I want to wish you all the best. And maybe my producer will keep in touch with you. So as this thing progresses and there is more public information you can reveal, then we will reveal it here. Make
Sounds
sense?
good. I appreciate it. And I appreciate what you've done for Article 5 over the years. You started with your book, and you've pushed it really well, and we appreciate that effort on your side.
And the Convention of States group is one of the finest in the country, quite frankly. It's also one of the largest, but we love those folks. So Mike Murphy, Kansas State Representative, 114th. I want the nation to know that you're one of the fighters there, along with your senator friend, Mike Thompson from Shawnee. Now, I know where Shawnee is. Isn't that funny?
Well,
I know where Shawnee is.
No, he's up in it's in the Kansas City area. Yep.
It's a suburb. Yeah. All right. Yep. Very good. By the way, what are the Kansas City Chiefs? I got to say, they look better than my Eagles. They both stink, don't they?
We're not going to talk football.
No, you're very diplomatic. All right, I got it. All right, my friend. God bless you and the best to you in this effort.
You too. Thank you, Mark.
Take care of yourself.